Hey there, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another review. And even for Till from Germany who sent me this, even though this is Der Horror Alligator, there's no alligators. This is a crocodile movie from 1979. I've seen 1980. I've seen 1981. I'm just going to say 1979 for the sake of argument. Crocodile from 1979 is boring, bad, inept, and incompetent to the infinity degree. It's a Thai film where starts off as this footage that, for what I read up, is from a different movie or was filmed for a different movie. We have this hurricane and this family dies, this destruction, and this funnel, and then it looks like a tornado of water with miniatures. People get splashed with water, and this crocodile kind of gets picked up and thrown out there. And apparently, this was supposed to be sort of Godzilla meets Jaws. This is the kind of movie. It's supposed to be this crocodile that has gone under atomic radiation like Godzilla. In one scene, he's so small that a monkey jumps on top of the fake crocodile and can barely fit on it. Like a small monkey can barely fit on the damn thing. And another scene later, the cops like put this giant bear trap under the water. Yes, you heard me right. A giant bear trap, bigger than a person, is under the water, and the crocodile comes by, and imagine the big tail, imagine the tip of the tail. That humongous thing hits this tip, is on this tip of the tail, and it swings it, and it goes by like a buzzsaw. So it could be so big it destroys an entire village, like it was Godzilla, but then there was scenes earlier where it was so small that a monkey barely fit on it. And this thing is so big that at times, with its tail, I guess it creates a fucking, like a funnel of water? It's like, what the hell? Why are there these funnels of water coming from? What? The acting is bad. The dubbing is horrible. The picture quality is washed out. I mean, maybe that's the version I saw, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's how the movie was filmed. The characters, jack shit. You have a doctor's family, the directing, even the framing. Like when you frame a movie, would you have the person like right here? And it's not like a face profile. It's imagine person standing. Imagine this is a person standing, my finger. They're all the way over here. And all this is empty. So here's a person talking, and this is when they're in the water, and they're just looking over there, and all empty space. There's another scene where you have two guys talking over here, and literally everything over here is black. Literally black. This guy, I mean, it's like they don't know how to frame stuff. At times, the editing is fucking confusing. Hell, this is one guy who they meet because it's two guys, and long story short, their families end up dying from the crocodile, and they want revenge. And throughout the film, you have these washed out colors. Sometimes it looks almost purple. And you have awkward editing. Like I was saying, this third guy comes in and he's commands a boat. Because, hey, if it's going to be like Jaws, you need three guys. He has his fucking eagle tattoo as if he's part of the Force of Freedom. And then it cuts away from the scene that he's having with these two guys. One doctor's wearing like a red robe, the other guy is wearing something, and then the third guy, the captain, has his shirt off to show his eagle tattoo. Again, as if he's part of Rambo: The Force of Freedom cartoon. And We don't see this character for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, it goes back to that same fucking scene. But we're not supposed to think it's the scene. It's been now, movie time wise, days, weeks later. It has demolished villages. 30 minutes later, the second time we see that character, it's in the same fucking scene. They took the same scene, they cut it in half, they said, okay, this is going to be here, and then the rest of that scene is going to be 30 minutes fucking later because everyone is wearing the same fucking clothes. The one guy's wearing the same fucking robe. So I guess, like, 2 days, 2 weeks later, they decided to come back and wear the same shit and continue their conversation. And literally, the ending of the film, I literally had to think a good minute and go, did everyone just die? Yeah, everyone just died. Because, shit you not, this movie, thankfully, is a short film. It's like an hour and 20-some minutes at most. Thankfully. They bring in a brand new character at 1 hour and 9 minutes. This photographer that I swear we've never seen before. If we did, I'm wrong and I apologize. I don't fucking remember him throughout the rest of the movie. So I swear they brought this new character in an hour and 9 minutes in. This photographer who wants to join them. So there's 4 guys now on the boat for the finale that's Jaws. And that photographer is the guy who kills the crocodile. He puts dynamite on himself, goes to the... All that's left is the lead guy and this photographer. The photographer puts dynamite on him, swims to the crocodile, blows up. It's such a big explosion that the boat blows up, and then it's I guess the lead guy is dead. He was on the boat blew up, and we never see the guy again. So the lead character did not even kill the crocodile. The lead character was just sitting on a boat while this guy, who came in an hour and 9 minutes in, went and killed the crocodile, self-sacrificed, and it was such a big explosion, it killed everyone, including the lead guy. And it took me a full minute or two to realize that the lead fucking guy of your movie is dead, and the movie isn't over. I'm like, so the lead guy... Granted, it's different, because it's so stupid. My friend Michael Keane, he watches a lot of B movies. I dare him. I put on Facebook, I dare him to watch Crocodile from 1979. I dare him to, because I barely got through this fucking movie. It's so inept. There's a scene where the director picks up the camera, literally pushes it into this table with a fake duck on it, so that then the camera can cut and pan to a bunch of ducks moving. Yeah, baby, the crocodile kills some people. You get some really awkward scenes, like when the lead, before his family dies, he has this awkward, get you ready for bed, and takes off his little girl's shirt and her trousers. And I'm like, is this a different movie I'm watching? Is this like a different, like, crazy movie? No, it's just awkward. This woman gets attacked, and the camera's so far back, and the girl and the daughter are so... Not like this one girl pretends she's attacked, but the camera's so far back, like the woman is about this big. And then that's their friend who fakes getting attacked, but really isn't. And then the wife and daughter of the lead guy is right over here, like looking at this girl who's way back. I can't explain it, but it just, if you see it, you know what I'm talking about. This guy did not know how to direct at all. And it's just obvious, plain and simple, common sense shit this guy didn't know. This is considered one of the worst movies of that genre. I could see why. When I first popped this in, I went, well, I'm going to enjoy it more than Sci-Fi Channel movies because I'm a sucker for older creature feature films. Even if the effects aren't good, they have a charm to it, and they're... No, not this one. No. No, no, no. And this awkward scenes, like from the sex scene to then cuts to now they're outside, and then cuts to the daughter is gone, and then one woman is gone, and then another woman goes in, and I guess that other woman was gone. It was the two guys' wife and one of their kids. Then at one point, the guy's in the morgue, and then another point, he's outside, he falls, and his glasses are cracked. And literally, I had to find out, reading on Wikipedia, that he was in the morgue to look at the remains of his family. Because you can't fucking tell that in the fucking movie. And maybe that's not even true. Maybe the person on Wikipedia got it wrong. Maybe he's just trying to grasp straws like I was. So they get both from this guy, the Quint, who has the tattoo of an eagle on his chest to ward off evil. Apparently didn't work because this film is an ultimate evil. And one thing that just pissed me the fuck off about this is there's a scene that they cut to where they cut into a real crocodile that wasn't needed at all. For fuck's sake, you do not need to harm animals for real for a fucking movie. They literally take a real crocodile and they push a knife into him, they cut him up, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't need to see this. Hey, I eat meat, but you know what? I don't need to see it done unless it's absolutely necessary. And you know what? This wasn't absolutely necessary because it's a fucking movie. A piece of shit movie at that, but it's a fucking movie. I don't like it when they do it in other movies. Okay? Whether it be those cannibal films. I remember hearing that in Friday the 13th. There's a scene where they kill a snake, and someone had said that they killed it for real. I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, that was very fucking unnecessary either. I don't even like snakes or crocodiles, but you know what? That's not fucking needed for a fucking movie. It wasn't needed for the scene. Didn't even need to be in it. It didn't do anything. And even if it did for the plot, you don't need to do that for real. That's why you get makeup effects guys to create a fake crocodile, fake blood. You don't cut and fuck with a real crocodile. That pisses me off. If I saw this director, I would punch him in the fucking face. When I see people do this shit in movies, using real animals and hurting them for their pleasure, hurting them for real, I want to punch him in the fucking nuts if they had any balls, and then I punch him in the fucking face because it's not needed and not wanted. I don't want real fucking animals being hurt and fucked up and cut for your fucking piece of shit movie. Even if it was a good movie, it's not fucking needed. I want to seriously punch him in the face. You got off easily because you just killed this crocodile for film for no fucking reason. A broken nose would be fucking nothing. It'd be a pittance. Because you're a pansy pussy, director. People who do that are pansy pussies. Hurting animals for a film. Break your fucking nose. Anyway, so that even, I'm like, this is a really shitty movie so far, and then you have a real croc being cut. That just made me mad and want to punch the screen. But I didn't want to break my TV or break my hand or both. And then the rest of the film, the croc attacks villages and huts. Absolutely terrible editing. At times as big as Godzilla. Huts collapse. And hell, the editing is bad. I watched this film, I even wrote down 38 minutes in. If you see this film, 38 minutes in, you tell me what the hell happened. You tell me about the editing when this village is destroyed. You tell me what the hell happened. Again, I gave you a time code, 38 minutes in. Then it's when these people put a fucking giant bear trap in the ocean floor, and then the big croc comes in and is on the tip of the tail. At one point, I think he kills some boys. There's this village. It creates whirlpools. I don't know how the hell it creates whirlpools. Can't even say the fucking name right because I'm just discombobulated. houses get demolished. Sometimes it's a real croc on miniatures. There's one scene where it kills a bull and it carries this dead bull in its mouth. You get back to that scene with the Eagle chest guy. This is like 30 minutes later. And then the third act is a total Jaws ripoff where you have barrels, you have a guy on top. This new character comes in an hour and 9 minutes in the fucking movie. At one time, the crop flies out and lands on the toy boat. That's what it looked like, a toy boat. Kills and swallows the guy with his eagle on his chest. Obviously didn't save him. And then the lead guy's buddy gets eaten. The photographer swims with the dynamite. Blows up, explosion. And then again, it took me like a few minutes ago. Oh, I guess the lead guy's dead too because he was on the boat and we saw the boat explode from way off. And it'd be nice to... I didn't give a shit about the character anyway, but at least know what the fuck happened. Jeez, this is literally one of the worst films I've seen. This might be one of the worst films I've ever seen. This really is up there with The Star Crystal and Feeders 2, a Serbian film, but that's for different reasons. That's for different way of logic. You know, films like Serbian film Martyrs, those are just not for me at all. But when you talk about incompetence, this is one of the worst I've seen. I shit you not. And I don't know what else to say. I just be repeating myself. It's dog shit in every single aspect, bar none. There's not one single aspect that is competent. Not the music, not the editing, not the effects, not the acting, not the dubbing, not the anything. Just everything sucks about this movie. My friend Michael OCP, I dare him to watch it. I dare my friend Michael Keane to watch this. Easily the worst film I've seen in this Till from Germany marathon. This was fucking abysmal. And then on top of that, you get to see a real crocodile get cut and killed. It was killed. The way they did it, it was killed. So, great. I got to see this. It'd be harder, but it fucking floated away when I threw it. Fuck this shit.